So first on the Russian propaganda issue.
Thank you very much, Congresswoman, and I'll start on the Russian propaganda thing. It is related to hybrid warfare. Russia has bought media in the West, no question about it. You can turn that on in your own living room, and of course, and sometimes that contains what I've called the big lie, and our principal response to that as a country and as the West is the truth, and but we have to watch the effect of that, and it is related, and the State Department does that, the intelligence community does that, and others. But for our part, you asked us, it is related to hybrid warfare. And earlier we were discussing the European Reassurance Initiative and its parts, and and we were talking about territorial defense, which is important. But another critical part of the ERI is hardening the states of Europe to essentially subversion, which is hybrid warfare shades into subversion, hardening them by helping them to defend themselves from cyber manipulation and from other kinds of insidious influences that we saw precede the Russian actions in Crimea and Ukraine. So we're trying to learn from that. That's exactly what hybrid warfare means. That's why hybrid warfare is part of the new playbook, as I call it, for NATO. It's not like NATO was long ago, which in the Fulda Gap, which was a more conventional kind of conflict. We have to expect a more unconventional kind of conflict, and that is exactly what the chairman and I and General Breedlove think about and plan for when it comes to Europe. I'll stop there, except with just one, if I may put in a plug for the State Partnership Program with you. That we get huge value out of these state partnership programs. We fund them, and their people are very enthusiastic. The countries tell me all the time how much they love the state that is their partner. It's a great way of tying America to others and complementing what the Defense Department does institutionally. So they're great programs, and I appreciate your support.
I hope, Mr. Secretary, with that endorsement, that you will find ways to broaden it, to fully utilize it, particularly in those places which are so much at risk right now. And on the propaganda front, I really hope in your position you can lead an administration effort to be a little more coordinated, not just DOD, but we need a strategy to totally combat the propaganda that is flooding nations like Ukraine. It is not in our interest. It is not in Liberty's interest to have this continue without an equal response, and the West response is very anemic compared to what is coming out of the Russian.
Yeah, let me commend Ms. Kaptur for her persistence on this issue. And while you're aiming at Russian propaganda, we might come up with a game plan for ISIS and Islamic State as well.